Hi, you're listening to Two Girls Shooting the Shit with Em and Mo. I'm Mo, and in this episode, Em and I talk about the idea of a fan versus forever in relationships, and where the line is drawn between feeding the ego and forming meaningful connection. Want to chat with us about the episode? Find us on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific and 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live. You can find us under the hashtag TGSTS. And as always, if you like what you hear, please rate the podcast. You can also write a review and share. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, is because there was this whole shift, this whole like conversation about how millennials weren't raised. And that's why they're doing all this gentle parenting, whatever, because they weren't parented. So they're out here creating their own thing. But it's kind of like one of those things, latchkey kids, or I mean, you really weren't. So maybe these dudes do want somebody to rub their back and make them lunch, because nobody
they want
did.
the mama they never had. Oh, deep. Damn.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Em.
How you doing?
I can't. Fake.
That fake.
How you doing?
What's up, girl?
Hey, Bookie Bear. What is that? That's a cute cup.
Oh, I got it for when I turned 40. One of my friends sent me a box of 40 of her favorite things, which was very thoughtful.
Oh, that's
and amazing.
adorable. Oh, that is so thoughtful.
And so this is from Target. Cute. It's got the letter E on it, isn't it? It was so sweet. I cried. I was ugly crying.
That is so thoughtful. I love that.
Yeah. And it was a pandemic, girl,
Yes.
Made
you my 40 of my favorite things.
When the dog bites, when the beast. That's okay. Whatever. What are we doing? I'm tired, first of all. Like exhausted. Like I'm a straight bitch right now. Like I have an attitude. So this episode, if it's about anything I can connect with, it's about to be real raw.
Oh, snap.
What are we talking about? Are you here? Hello.
Yeah. I'm barely
all right.
here.
Well, then I'll forge ahead. So on with the TikTok. Stop it. Y'all, she's falling asleep on me. You introduced me to this manosphere stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuel.
I knew you were gonna that name. But like, I guess the premise is like high quality males and like,
oh God, high value.
Men aren't being, or high value, and men aren't being like, you have to submit to your man, and do, like it's almost like going back to some quote unquote traditional bullshit or something. I don't know. But I saw something that I shared with you, and it was two men. They have their own podcast, I believe. We'll give credit in the intro, in the write up or whatever for the episode. But they were talking about like a lot of men marry fans, like women who are going to gas them up and Bookie Bear, you doing so good, you so strong, yeah, when what you want is a forever. Yeah, well, what you want is a forever, like a forever woman, not a fan woman. And they're two different types of women. Like,
what's the difference?
What they were talking about, and I kind of was like, okay, I see that. A fan is there for you when you're winning. They're cheering you on, they're really excited, but they're nowhere to be found when you hit a slump or you're losing. And a forever
friend.
Yeah. And that applies to friendships too, Yeah. And then a forever is there, I feel like, to remind you of who you are when you do lose, and to expect more of you and make you a better person. And they're not going to be there gassing you up to, oh, you're so good. Oh. I mean, there's support, but they're not that empty chatter that boosts your ego,
Yeah. But some people, that's all they want. They just want somebody,
feel good.
Somebody to make them feel good.
Make me feel good.
What is going on there? Romper room.
I'm about to go raise some holy hell.
I love it. Joy, pure joy. I can't. What are you doing?
I had to go put the fear of God in some children real quick.
Oh, you gotta steal their joy. Because you are
Steal their
forever. You
joy.
ain't a
My
fan.
whole life is given is giving them joy. So whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting to hear that perspective from men. They were older men,
that makes,
married men.
Did the young men agree?
They were like, whoa, wow. Like they had never
Oh God.
thought of the concept. They were like, oh, this is too much, my brain is exploding.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's from all the coddling, people are raised with all this coddling, and especially now where everybody's first place kind of thing. And
coddling, like what? What do you mean by coddling?
oh, you did what you're supposed to do. I'm so
such a good boy. Oh, yeah, all the compliments. And
good.
I don't do that. I'm not that kind of wife. I am not.
I'm just you're just naturally like that kind of stuff is just, it's like not fake. I don't know. I can't describe it.
I don't do that though. I don't do, you did a good job. Oh, I don't compliment.
You don't say it like that. Yeah.
But I don't say, oh, you did a great job. I don't think I've ever told my husband he's done a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I feel like people can tell when you're sincere or not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really sad if people are just accepting this. Oh, you so strong, all that kind of stuff.
It makes them feel good.
But it's not real.
We talked about this. Didn't we talk about this in the last episode or one of those episodes?
No, did we?
How I was sitting at a bar and this guy had just met this woman and she's like, oh, wow, that's so amazing.
I'm so proud of you.
And it's like, you don't even know the person to be like, and he was like, thank you. That really means a lot to me. I'm like, what the?
That's that fake. I can't stand that fake.
That's that, they finna go get it. They trying to say whatever they can to go get it. Come on, nah.
Little do they know you can still get it without being a fake. Like what?
I just can't. I think that's why I don't get along with most people, is because I just can't do the dance. These fake niceties, these fake behaviors that we're supposed to do. But F that. If you're acting fake, I don't want to like it puts me off. I'm gonna put my guard up.
And you can tell it. You can tell when it's fake. When people
give
compliments and stuff. Yeah, it's like
and everybody pretends like they don't notice, and then
or they're fishing for compliments back.
Yeah.
I hate that. That's did you lose weight? Bitch, right? You know damn well I didn't lose no weight. Just because you lost a funky 4 pounds or something, you want me to, you look good. No, I don't ever do that.
I don't feel like even that's the intention, because people just say it. Because like people will tell me, I'm like, B, I gained 10 pounds.
Right?
Like, come on.
Fix your eyes. What's wrong with your eyes? Like, but on the relationship side though, like I really think, I wonder if that's what the problem is. If people are too busy worrying about feeding their ego, I need somebody to talk to me like I'm, this MVP superstar or something all the time. And then, but the thing is, you get that, and then you wonder why they're not consistent, why they're not supportive, why they're not, bringing anything to your life other than that. Like I don't know.
And my friends, it brings us right back to dun, 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 dun.
The C word. How'd I know? Terrible.
It all goes back to that.
That's terrible. But then it also gives women, it gives them a bad rap in the sense that, like, I think people are out here just doing what they think they're supposed to do. Like you think,
they saw it on TV, or they don't have good modeling.
TV or hey, I've had enough experience dating men that I know that they like this. They respond well to this. They, makes them feel good. So then they treat me better or whatever. If I'm just gassing.
It's a manipulation game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a survival tactic.
I don't know. That's exhausting. Like
I think that's why. I think that when we had our love languages episode, I think that's why I was saying, like, I'm so sensitive. Like, I don't really like compliments, because it's just like actions are better. Like, you doing good. I know.
Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to sound bitter or ungrateful, or I don't know what it is it's sounding like, but like the compliment is like
I hate praise.
Okay. And I think, I wonder, did you grow up with praise? Were you praised all the time?
Yeah.
I was not.
Yes.
I was not.
Well, for school, academically,
I had to bend over backwards and forwards and sideways just to be like a good job. Like I didn't get any, no, it was expected. That's expected of you.
Yeah, it was expected, and I got praised.
I didn't get any. None. It was
I didn't get,
cold.
not even from school.
I guess, but it
They
did. That's
gassed
not the
me up
praise
at
that
school.
mattered to me. Like
Oh, okay.
it was like a whatever. I think I wasn't an adult until I heard "I'm proud of you" from my parents, and so it
Same,
was
yeah. But
yeah.
they
So
told
that
everybody else though. I mean, they
yeah, it never
talked
got to
about
me.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, like I think my husband grew up with a lot of praise, just
Mm-hmm.
from I'm assuming, I don't know, but I'm assuming
Mm-hmm.
based off my experience, my recent experience with family and stuff. It seemed like they're
Mm-hmm.
just throwing compliments and praise around. So it's like
Aw,
I don't even know. Yeah,
you're doing a good job.
but is it earned?
You
So
chewed all
sometimes
your
like
food.
chewed all your food. If that's what you need praise for, then
Mhm.
you need to be single somewhere, dude, because your wife is not there to be like, oh, you made a happy plate. You ate all this food.
So proud of you.
Yeah. But I think what you need is somebody who, I mean, I don't know, who are we preaching to? I mean, these men know, whoever's listening. They know.
Right? The one guy listening, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
But
sorry
just
for my
this
audio.
manosphere, this manosphere thing, like I'm not understanding it. I just don't understand it. Is this new? How long has this been like a full-on community of like what is this? Is this a new thing, a recent thing?
No,
the last couple of
it's
years, or is this
no, this has been around.
is it a
You never
movement
listened
to
to
get
Tom
back to
Likas back in the day?
I did, but I think I mean, I have no memory. But my dad used to listen to Tom Likas in the
Yeah.
car, so
I used to too. I'm like, why was I listening to that?
talk radio and stuff, but I don't know. I never got these kinds of messages from that. And my dad listened, and I don't get that from him either. That's not his mindset. So it's really interesting to see these younger men talking about how women need to submit and how women need to, I don't know.
Yeah, when they're not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this is or how many people have this as even a factor in their relationships today, or how much it impacts dating.
Is it feeling powerless? Because these guys don't have any power in society. And so they're like, I need what is it? Submissive, friendly, and feminine.
Well, that ain't that unfortunate. Yeah. Where you gonna find that at? We don't make them like that no more.
I mean, they do. I mean, a lot of people who are like that.
I think any woman could be.
Yeah.
For the right person.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ain't bringing anything to the table.
Oh God, not the table.
Then I don't know. There's this one TikTok that's like, what happened to all the women who pack lunches and rub your back? Like, where'd all those women
your
go?
Mama? Like...
Exactly. That's what everybody's saying. It's like, she at home. You need to call your mom. You want somebody to pack you a lunch and rub your back.
And that's the thing. The things that they're saying, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Because that's just normal life. Like, oh, you gotta take care of your home. Well, you gotta cook. I mean, you gotta clean. I'm like, this is stuff people already have to do to take care of themselves. What are y'all not doing? Are y'all just not doing that?
You know what y'all who? Like the woman they're with or them?
The people who are complaining. Yeah. The people who are complaining.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm thinking about it too, as far as like generations are concerned. And a lot of these are like millennial guys, right?
Yeah. Or did they even grow up like that?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, is because there was this whole shift, this whole like conversation about how millennials weren't raised. And that's why they're doing all this gentle parenting, whatever, because they weren't parented. So they're out here creating their own thing. But it's kind of like one of those things, latchkey kids, or I mean, you really weren't. So maybe these dudes do want somebody rub their back and make them lunch, because nobody
they want the mama they never had. Oh, deep. Damn. Mama, all you
that's real sad.
Some lunch. Now he done gone and destroyed society.
Or maybe that's why they're talking so much about. I mean, because I think the reason that maybe parents weren't around is because there was a big push. The parents of that generation, were working. Women were working. This was like that, the 90s and stuff. Women had their shoulder pads and their little suit. We were. I mean, I was a child. Girl. Yeah, but I wonder if that impacts how you become as a man, what you're seeking, what you need.
I think it can work both ways, because you have the people who had it and just want to continue, and then people who didn't have it and want that, want to experience it. So nurturing. People are just very demanding, and I crack up because I'll be watching
Needy.
these shows.
Just needy.
And it's like the guy can't even speak, and he'll be sitting there talking about, you need to be, a size 6 and a 10 and all this stuff, and you can't even speak. Like you're even taking care of yourself. Like, how are you sitting here? Anybody you can want what you want, but you're probably not going to get it. And I'll send you this link to this video. It's hilarious. The guy said he literally could not speak. And he was
this is really, really unfortunate.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just like people are that echo chamber. They're going into these areas of the internet where people agree with them, and they're feeding off of each other. And
how is their dating going though? Are they quote unquote pulling bad bitches or whatever? Like, are they getting girls? Like, that's what I want to know.
Because they buy them. Because
they get the fans. They get the fans.
Yeah, the ones who can buy them, and the ones who can't are still.
You said they buying women?
Well, that didn't sound right, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, like I'm a celebrity, so I can do whatever, or like I'm higher up or known in the
I'm
YouTube
an influencer
world. Yeah.
And so people are throwing themselves at them, and status chasing and all that, clout chasing,
and no wonder they're complaining still, because the type of women that you are attracting to you obviously are not going to be the ones rubbing your back and making you a lunch, or the forever type of woman that like referring back to the beginning. They're the fans.
Mm-hmm. And the fan will do it
as long as you're winning, as long as you've taking her to dinners and doing whatever's. Ooh.
Until they get in a situation, and then they're like, now I'm locked in. Now I'm gonna show you the real me. And that's what sucks. It's like, how do you know who the real person is? Ain't that some shit? I said, ain't that some shit? Oh, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Goddamn.
It really feels like we're in a state where people lack confidence. They lack identity. They lack a sense of self. And so they're seeking outside with codependency, other people to coddle them and placate them and feed their egos. So they'd rather be with someone who's telling them everything they want to hear, but not really ever intending on having a meaningful relationship and a meaningful connection. And I think that's part of the problem with a lot of people. This idea of fan versus forever is something that Em and I came across on a TikTok, actually, from Lateris Whitfield, Dear Future Wifey podcast. And it's a great way to frame this idea of, are you looking for someone to make you feel good, or are you looking for someone to have a meaningful and valuable connection?
One thing though that I was thinking of is, we're talking about these men wanting back rubs and lunches and stuff, and I
I want that too. That sounds good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is there? And maybe this is me seeing it only from the female perspective and not the male perspective, but it seems like there's a lot of focus on what these men want, and I don't know that women are asking for too much, you know what I mean? And it's not anything crazy like, oh, you need to be submissive. Nobody's asking for you to be a dominant male, to do, take charge, be alpha, just have a job and like wipe your ass. Like we've been saying, wipe your ass, hygiene.
Yeah.
Do a basic adult stuff.
Adult.
And be kind. Be kind, be respectful. I mean, that's
and it's like, what's the incentive to do that when you're still getting women when you're not doing that? Like, I just watched something on TikTok or Instagram where the woman was like, she got dumped by her fiance. I don't know if I sent it to you, but she goes down the list of all the things that he did. He couldn't read, was severely codependent, like all these different things, couldn't keep a job.
You playing about the can't read, right? Like, cause that
no. And so she went through all of these things, and she called it an ick board. And she just went through all these.
She made a board.
All these things about him, and she's the one who got dumped. Like, listen to that. She's the one who got
She allowed
dumped.
it though, but she allowed it.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you giving your time, your energy, your
Thank you.
anything
That's what I'm
to
saying.
somebody who got a whole board of ick?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like,
So
why were you
get what
don't
you
love
deserve
yourself? You don't love yourself enough to be alone,
Be
and
with
you
a
would rather
literate
be with
man.
that. Right? Like, come
Let me
on.
stop.
Like,
Let me stop.
she looked like a fool, to be honest. I'll send it to you. It's like you did all you all of these things he has wrong with him, but you still
And
put
yet
up
you
with
wanted it, and now you
you
mad you
wanted
don't
it.
have
You
it
were ready to
anymore.
get married, and
But
now
and you
you're not
mad
gonna
you
be
don't
with,
have it anymore.
right?
So it
And now
couldn't
you're
have been
gonna
that
go.
bad.
She thinking she dragging him, and she just made herself look like a dumb ass fool. I hate people like that.
I
Sorry.
did think she was doing something.
Anger problems. Anger management. Yeah, she thought she had like a glass of wine and stuff. She thought she was really doing something. Police.
I'm gonna start doing that though, because you know what? All these TikToks, it's giving us something to talk about, right? And I'm like, oh, I got some stories, so I'm gonna start making.
Oh yeah,
I gotta think of something.
anonymous.
Not even anonymous. I'm just gonna put my whole face. I may use names. That's the mood I'm in. I'm in a whole mood.
I don't have any fun. I feel like I told all my little few fun stories on the podcast.
I mean, I have stories. I don't think I've shared too many of the ridiculous stories on the pod.
Yeah.
Because these dudes be out there just doing just anything.
Yeah.
Kind of like one of the last episodes we had. Like they just move through the world doing whatever the hell they want.
Oh yeah.
See,
I guess that's and I guess that's what was my thing, is just I was always hyper vigilant, so that's why I don't have a lot of life experience, because it's like
hyper vigilant. You're like,
hey,
red flag, red flag,
right?
Before red flagging was a thing, you were like, that ain't right.
I was ignoring them, but still, I was seeing. But then I'd be like, no, I can't deal with that. So,
isn't that sick? Okay, because I mean, thinking about that ick board, he wasn't shit, but she's still mad about it. Like all these busted people that did you wrong, did whatever. And we talked about it, lying on the floor, crying, being all dramatic over what? I'm burping up Chinese food.
That's a good, me too. I am too. And that's why I'm on my left side. The red chili oil. But that's what we should talk about. That'd be a good topic. The dust we cried over. Crying over the dust.
But that I can call this person by Ace Metaphor, his videos.
Oh yeah, I like his videos.
I like him, and it's very
introducing me,
very insightful. And he mentioned something about like, how do you want a woman to submit to you, but you're not doing like submit worthy things, or you want a woman to like, what are you doing that's making a woman want to? Because and this sounds bad. It's gonna sound bad, but whatever. But I'm very reactive in a sense. Like if you are behaving in a certain way, it's gonna make me want to behave in a certain kind of way. I think that's normal. If you're a respectful person, I will give you respect. If you're doing things that are, I don't think that's that.
If you acting
abnormal, funny, then I'm gonna give you funny back. You know what I mean? Yeah, like a match energy. That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So how are you out here mad that you can't get a woman to respect you when you're not respecting anybody
yourself? I don't understand it. I mean, I talked about it with my own self. I'm like, we've talked about this before.
I talked about yourself.
I actually talked about it on the bread aisle. If you want to take a listen to that episode, our friend Adrielle, it's called "It's the Bread Aisle," and we talked about whether my weight has had people say like, oh, she doesn't care about herself, like making these assumptions. And so it's like, where do the assumptions end and reality begin?
What do you mean?
Reality begins, I guess. Assumptions, like, because we'll say these things like, oh, you don't have this, and this. A lot of people don't. Like in New York, a lot of people who qualify for low-income housing is because they're on paper don't make money, but they might have gotten trust fund, inheritance, like things like that. And it's just like, I don't know. I think this is more to talking about like scrubs, the
Mm,
classic scrub. Like, how is a
mm.
scrub going to be like submit? But that's the
Right?
thing, that they're the ones who are the ones who will kill you if you say no. Like that's happened. Like women have gotten hit on and said no and died.
That's an incel
So
life.
because
Mm-mm.
yeah, that incel life, that
How did
powerless
that
feeling,
even
they don't.
become a thing? How are you proudly
I don't think it
saying
ever
I'm
stops.
involuntarily celibate? So basically, I can't have sex because nobody will have sex with me.
You're Yeah, because you are taking it away from me. I deserve it, and you are not giving me what I deserve because something's wrong with
I mean,
you.
how come females? Let me stop.
Ooh,
How
ooh.
come? How come women? I know. How come women haven't come up with like a thing like that and just been out just raging against dudes who aren't? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of women
There
who
is. They
aren't
do
get
have one.
really. Do they have a cool name?
No.
They're just
Womanosphere.
women.
I'm just kidding.
They're
Woman
just
sphere or
women.
something like that.
They're just women out in the world. No, that
But
just
it's
seems
like
like
we're,
such
I
an
mean,
embarrassing thing to identify as. I am someone who cannot have sex,
I feel
and for that,
involuntary.
I'm angry.
I feel
Like,
like that. That's relatable. Like, I feel
I know, but
involuntarily.
angry to the point of like, you supposed to give me this. I
No.
deserve that.
No, they throwing it. They trying to throw it, and nobody want that. That's the problem. We don't want that anything, just
Dick pics,
anything.
etc. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Mm.
so it's like it's involuntary in a way because you're choosing not to, if you want to hit these
Yeah.
streets.
Well, I think that's the difference though, is because women could
Yeah.
have sex. I
Yeah.
mean, you could walk outside and go get some right now. Like just
Yep.
literally walk outside
Yep.
if you didn't care and weren't discerning,
Just
right?
bend over and that's it. Yeah. So.
But men can't,
Mm.
because
They gotta
you
go
cross
buy it
over
or
into,
something.
yeah, it gets a little dicey. But women really, I mean, all the comedians talk about it. Like I mean, you was it Chris Rock? You're getting offered every day. Um, that's true.
Yeah. That's why those
Yeah.
articles and things I never realized, like, it is harder for men on the apps. I thought it was harder for women because there are more men, but
Hmm.
everyone's becoming more selective, and these men
Good.
just lack qualities. And I think that's good for the human race. I mean, they're
Hmm.
lacking qualities that are needed to be
Human race.
a viable partner. It's like
Save the
H
human race.
if you coming at me with HRU, you gonna get swiped to the left, blocked.
Then you're gonna
Like,
end up on an ick board. Somebody can be like, he can't
right?
even
If you say
spell.
hi and I say hi and you say hi again, dead to me. Dead
Oh,
to me. Like
I would
all of
be
these
mad
little
if someone
things.
just said hi. That's it. You're just gonna
Yeah.
say hi. What
I
am I
try to
supposed to
get
do
have
with
an
that?
open mind. It's awkward, but I've given up anyway. So you're gonna
Oh.
have to find some single friends or something. I don't know. You're gonna have to hook it up.
Oh Lord. Well,
But
I don't
then all
know.
of this stuff, it's like I'm not missing out on anything. It's like I'm missing out on something that doesn't exist.
The fairy tale.
Nah, I don't want that. Fairy tale doesn't sound appealing. That's that fake praise or whatever. Oh, did
But
you see the link I
it's
sent?
not even the fair. No, I'm scared to click on it. It's
Oh,
not the
okay.
fairy
I'll send
tale.
a screenshot.
I mean, the fairy tale is the, princesses and all that kind of like love at first sight, all that kind of stuff. But I think
Mhm.
that we're starting to feed ourselves a new kind of fairy tale. I think all the social media and stuff is showing us, oh, like, well, I don't know why you're complaining. My man does the dishes and takes care of the babies and does it. And it's like, oh, that's real cute. Like, ain't nobody doing that. I mean, let's come on.
They
Come on.
do. I have a friend
Come
who
on.
would love a what do you call it? A
Come
manny?
on.
Not a manny. Um,
Come on.
a manny? I forget what they're
They
called,
ain't
but yeah,
doing
would
that.
love them.
They ain't doing it. I
Some
refuse to
are.
believe. No.
You can just look on the internet. There's a whole
Not gonna,
world out
no.
there.
Yeah, but you can put anything on the internet. I could tell you 50, 100 stories about my marriage, and half of them may not even be true. Like I really don't believe.
Why
um
don't you believe? What don't you believe?
that there are these, like I think I saw a video today of a man on the like on a train or subway making formula for his twins. Did you
Mm,
send that?
mm-mm. I missed that. Send me that.
It's on here. It was on the phone, whatever. I looked at it, I was like, oh, but it's like, why am I saying all? Like, they're his kids. He got to feed them, right?
Yeah.
But oh Lord, I'm scared to see
But
you be sending me stuff. But I mean, I don't know.
It's just
Every
the
time
same
there's a
thing without the link.
post, every time there's a post or a video or reel, whatever, somebody complaining about something, there's someone that's like, well, then you were the wrong man because my man does it, whatever. And it's like,
I don't like
okay,
that.
well,
That's judgment.
good on you. Okay. But all 563 of these other people are talking about, yeah, it's relatable. So, I mean, I think people fronting.
Or they just, maybe they are, maybe they're not, but they shouldn't be trying to compare. Like, if you like it, I love it. If you living that life, do you? Sick of people.
I ain't submitting to nobody.
I am. I want to.
What is submission? Taking care of each other?
Yeah, trusting each other.
That's not submission, though. That's just caring. Like the word submit. If you're out walking around here on the internet talking about, I need a woman who's going to submit. Well, you can walk your ass right up out the internet. Like, I don't need to see, like, because that's an attitude. That's the something you're asking for dominance is what you're asking for.
Yeah.
You probably don't feel like a man in the real world, so you got to at least feel like one at home, which is what I think is important for a woman to do for her man.
I think that's important. There's that thing with the black people in the 60s. Remember, they say you're going to go home, you get dogged by the white world all day, and you got to come home and get dogged out by your wife. I'm like, yeah, no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to get chewed out.
But then you need to be a real, I mean, then don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's not gassing up. Like, I mean, I don't know. All this is weird.
Harmony.
Yeah. But I feel like you can't have harmony when people talking about you need to be fit, whatever, and you need to submit to me.
Hey, if they play in the game, if they like it, maybe they get kink. They like that. Yes, massa. What's next? Really?
I don't know. I'm good. Is this a race thing?
I think the people say it's a race thing because a lot of the men on the black side of the manosphere say that black women aren't submissive enough and white women are. Is that true? Perhaps there are a lot of white women. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but
white women submitting.
Yeah, more submissive.
Or are they fans?
It's probably a combination of it all. Who knows? It's playing the game. They created the game, so of course we can play it.
I don't even know. I'm so lost now to this. Like,
I'm lost. I just don't even. I feel like an alien.
Is this just another way to tear down black women? I mean, that's how I'm feeling right
now. Every day I'm turning on the computer and it's like a black woman getting beaten up, a black child, little girl getting beaten up, and I'm like, every day I'm gonna start taking a tally because this is like they're trying to desensitize us to this. Like,
what are your analytics doing? Why are you seeing all this stuff? I don't see none of that. I feel like you done fell down a scary rabbit hole. You need to crawl out and go get on the kink side of TikTok or something. I'll keep sending you them videos. I'll keep them coming.
I bet you do, girl. I bet you do.
I'm a fan and a forever shoot.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I don't want an enemy. That's one thing I don't want.
Oh, what?
An enemy.
I thought you said an enemy. I was like, oh, what's that mean? I'm a mess right now. I'm
falling asleep.
Sorry.
I'm not going to sleep though, so continue.
Well, I don't have anything else to say about this, so.
All right, boo.
So anyways, any men out there, make sure you picking what you're trying to pick. If you want a fan, I guess that's fine. If you want a forever, be a little wiser about your choices. That's all I got to say.
Can you turn a fan into forever? Is that the same as turning
a hoe into a house? Well, it said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, so.
Well, now look at the Queen of England. Okay, with
that I'm out. We gotta go.
Right, love you.
Okay,
bye.
Love you too. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Two Girls Shooting the Shit with Em and Mo. Please enjoy this mindful moment.
Do your best to be respectful of everyone, but understand that some people just want to be offended, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.